Alright, so dandelions are highly nutritious and delicious. And out of the flowers today, I'm going to make some dandelion fritters. And so I went out and I've harvested some dandelions here, dandelion flower heads specifically. And I've got some water here that's ice water. That's some ice water. Let me get this in frame and frame up a little better for you. I got some ice water here. And when you're doing anything with vegetables, just kind of a cooking tip, like if you're making little carrot curlicues from the shavings of the skin or something like that, and you put them through a little toothpick. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but some might get it. And you want to hold them in that position. And what you do is you fix them in the position you want, and you put them in ice water, and then you usually store them either in the fridge or just in the ice water like that till you're ready to serve them as a flourish or a decoration. What can happen with dandelion flowers is that once you pick them, is they want to close up, right? So what we want to do here is we want to take these flowers and we want to just kind of dip them in face side down. We'll call this the sunny side, the face side down, so that they stay open. Here's one that's already kind of starting to close, but it might have already started to close as we picked it. Right? So I'm just take some of these and I just place them face down until we're ready to bread and use these. Okay? So it's okay to leave the green on. Actually, the green actually makes it very easy to cook and serve these. So we're going to do this while we prep our batter, right? So we put these in here and get this all set while we're prepping the batter. After you pick these, it'll be important for you to go ahead and do this right away, because you will not want these to close up on you. And if you wait too long after picking them, they will close, and then I guess you could still fry them, but they won't have quite the display value at that point. So the water will, kind of literally freeze them in place. Okay, so we've got these here in ice cold water here so that they hold their shape and without closing, and I've got a bunch left over. I'm going to try to do another recipe with what I have in here, so I'm going to try to do this quickly so I can get on to the other recipe with the rest of the flowers. So I'm going to set this aside, and then I've got another bowl here, and I'm going to make I'm gonna make some batter. And there's all kinds of vegetable batter on the market. This is an onion ring batter. Just any sort of batter that you want to use for cooking vegetables like mushrooms. Fish batter will work. Tempura I know will definitely work. But this isn't a tempura recipe. It'll just be a regular, something really quick and easy sort of batter recipe. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to follow the instructions on this commercial box. This happens to be an onion ring batter mix. And I'm going to make the batter mix, and then we're going to get to cooking these up. Okay, according to the instructions on the box here, I just mixed up this batter. And you can make up your own. If you have your own recipe, that's perfectly just fine. Essentially, a batter would be like, obviously flour, your seasonings, your salt, your pepper, maybe some seasoning salt, paprika, and then if you're into that, add some beer to it, to the beer batter, an egg, either the whole egg or egg yolk specifically, or just egg white. So there's many different ways you can make a batter that suits your purposes. This is what we want. And then take our flower heads now. I'm just gonna kind of dip these, and that's the beautiful thing about having the green part, because they become your handle. Alright. Just gonna dip these in there, and I want to make sure that the grease is hot. 375, 350, 375 degrees for the deep frying grease is important. Just like so. And we're going to make sure that the pan is hot. Okay, once your grease gets good and hot, you're just going to gently kind of dip them a little bit, and you have the green part to use as a handle to carefully drop them in. And this last batch, alright, so here you have it. They're dandelion fritters. They're really good, in my opinion. The flower heads have a nice meaty texture to them. They're slightly sweet. There's a little bit of a dandelion taste. They're dandelions. It's not disagreeable at all. And it's a treat that I look forward to every year. Again, if you're on a fat-free diet, then it's definitely a treat. So if you are, if you are on a fat-free diet, don't do this recipe, obviously. But there's tons of other recipes you can do with dandelions and their various parts. So there we go. It's my quick and dirty way of making dandelion fritters. Good.